Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we're going to show you how to change out the Frigidaire range oven igniter. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new oven igniter. The oven igniter is located underneath the oven bottom and it lights the gas when it comes out. The main reason to be changing it is if the igniter has failed and the gas isn't turning on. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the oven door. Once you have the door open, we can remove the oven racks. If you have more than one, they all come out the same way. All you have to do is pull it out till it stops and then lift it up and slide it out the rest of the way and set it aside. Now that we have the racks out of the way, we can reach in with our flathead screwdriver and remove the two screws that hold the oven bottom down. Now that we have the screws out, we're going to reach in and lift the back of the oven bottom out. Once you have it lifted up, we can pull this front lip out and then lift it out and pull the whole oven bottom out and set it aside. With the oven bottom out of the way, we can reach in and take the flame spreader out. We're going to take this nut out with our 3/8" nut driver. Once you have the nut out, we can reach in and lift the flame spreader off the burner tube. Once you have it out, you can set it aside. Now that we have the flame spreader out of the way, we have access to the oven igniter, but first we have to take the wires off. So we're going to push the drawer out, and then over in the left corner, we have to take this shield off so we can get to the wire connection. We're just going to use our Phillips screwdriver to take the screw out. Once you have the screw off, we can slide the cover out of the way, and then we can disconnect the wire harness. There's a little locking tab right here. All you have to do is press on it and pull it off. Once you have it disconnected, we can pull the shield off and set it aside. Now we can follow these wires over and disconnect both wires from the safety valve. There's a little gray shield on here. You want to make sure you don't lose. You have to put that onto the new igniter wires. But then you can use a small flathead screwdriver to pop the wires off the safety valve. Once we have the smaller one off, we can do the larger one that's on the right. Now we can follow the burner tube up, and we can see that the igniter is mounted here on the right hand side. It's held in by two screws. A lot of times these screws get really rusty, so you want to maybe put a drop or two of penetrating oil on it and let it sit for a bit so you can get the screws out without breaking them. Once you're sure they're free, we're going to use our 1/4" nut driver to take them out. Once you have the screws out, you can carefully pull the igniter out of the oven. Here's the old oven igniter next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Before we put the new oven igniter in, we have to take the rubber protectors off the old one and slide them onto the new one. Once you have the sleeves on the new oven igniter, we can put it into the oven. You just want to be very careful. This gray part is very fragile, and if you break it, you'll have to replace the igniter. To put the new oven igniter into the oven, we're just going to feed it back into place carefully and line it up on the burner tube. And then we can take our 1/4" nut driver and put the 2 screws in. We're not going to tighten the first screw down. We're just going to leave it loose so we can get the second screw hole lined up. And then we can tighten them both down. Now that we have the oven igniter mounted, we can reconnect the wiring harnesses. We're just going to get the wiring harness over on this side that has the connection and the small connection on it. And then we can take the big one and connect it to the safety valve. Once you have it connected, we can put the shield over it, and then we can go to the other side and connect the small one. Once you have the small wire connected, you can slide the protector up. Now we can put the plate back on that covers up the connection into the side of the oven. To put the cover on, we're going to feed the wiring harness through the hole and then kind of set it aside. And then we can reconnect the wire harness to the sidewall. All you have to do is plug it in. It can only go one way. It should lock into place. Once you have it in place, we can turn the cover around so it covers it up. And then we can put the screw in that holds it in place. Now that we have the cover installed, we can close the drawer. Just want to pull back on it. And then we can put the flame spreader on the burner tube. To put the flame spreader back on, all you have to do is lower it down into place so the bolt comes through the opening. Then we can put the nut on and tighten it down with our 3/8" nut driver. Now we can put the oven bottom back in. Remember, we're just going to put it back in and lift the back up and then put the front lip in underneath the frame right here. And you can lower it down. Once you have it in place, we can put the screws back in and tighten them down with the flathead screwdriver. Now we can do the one on the other side. Now that we have the oven bottom in, we can put the oven racks back in. All the oven racks go in the same way. We only have one in ours. To put them back in, all you have to do is line them up on each side, and then it's going to stop, and you have to lift it up and feed it back in the rest of the way, all the way back. Once you have all your racks in, you can close the oven door, plug it back in, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.